Massive news coming from Kling today. They've just announced the brand new release of a new AI video and image model called Omni One. Now, this new AI video model allows you to upload a video reference and you can change anything that you want about it with natural language. You can also support it with providing it with images, and you can change elements in your videos with the images that you provide it as a subject reference. Now, there's a lot of interesting use cases for this, and I've had access to this AI image and video model for the last 10 days already with early access. I've spent 20,000 credits already strength testing this AI video model, so I'm going to teach you everything that I've learned from the last 10 days of generating with this, all in today's video. Now, previous competitors to this AI video model might be things like Runway Aleph, right? But Runway only allowed you to generate videos that were 5 seconds long and only in 720p, whereas Kling's new update allows you to generate videos which are 10 seconds long and in 1080p. So this is already a huge upgrade. Also, a huge shout out to Kling for sponsoring today's video. I am going to be giving a totally unbiased view of this new model, even though it is absolutely wild and probably one of the ones that I've been the most excited about recently. So give it a watch and I hope you enjoy. So let's dive right in. You'll notice on the Kling homepage that it doesn't look massively different yet, but if you head over to the Creative Studio section here and click on Video Generation, it will now take you over to the AI video suite right here. Now you'll notice on the left-hand side, you'll have access to Kling O1. Now if you click on this, it'll first give you an option to take a look at the user guide here. Now the user guide has all of the juicy information which you need to know for this AI video model. So I gave this a good read before I actually started generating with this video model. What you can do as well is you can copy all of this text and put it into a Google Doc, and you can upload that into ChatGPT so that you can use it to create a custom GPT, for example, so that you can create really good hyper-focused prompts for this AI video model. That's something that I would definitely suggest doing because it will end up giving you better, more tailored outputs for this new model. Now this here is one of my favorite use cases that I've seen from this video model, and I'm going to show you quite a few different examples of where we tested this with myself, and it's honestly beautiful. I mean, if you have a look at this here, you can see that you can generate green screen footage and you can actually transfer that and style transfer it and adjust the lighting in your scenes, and you can change the background to be whatever you like, and it will follow the camera movement as well, which means that you could film live action footage, and it doesn't even need to be on a green screen, but it just helps with compositing, for compositing purposes. But you could film things on a green screen in real life, and then you can actually bring that into Kling and you can adjust the lighting and also the camera movement as well. So we'll dive into that quite shortly. Now you'll see here you can upload single reference images of like a location, a character, and an actual product, for example, and you can combine those elements together in scenes. Now this hasn't been this isn't necessarily a unique feature per se, because it's been possible to do this with other things like the ingredients feature on Google. However, this is where things get a little bit interesting for me. Here we have examples of where we've got an image of a product, image of a background, or maybe like certain staging that you would want. So this like circular piece here, and this like marble top here. And we've got the background with all of the lighting and all of these elements in the background. And it's combined all 4 of these elements, including the keychain, with incredible fidelity. You'll notice there's even 2 dots here on this like white little keychain part, and they've added that part in very well. All of the detailing has been kept inside of this as well, and this allows us to create product videos with specific products without losing the detail of the actual product itself. So you'll notice the logo stays intact, you'll notice the details stay intact, and it doesn't morph away from the original. Now this is a huge unlock for creatives who are working in the marketing space. And let's have a look at this. I mean, you'll see the possibility of just creating very cool VFX here, right? So you can see they've even given you the prompt that they've used at the bottom here. So you can recreate things like this and create incredible transition videos that will absolutely catch the attention of your viewers, right? Everything in this AI space is about capitalizing on these new releases. You'll see here in the fashion industry, we can have a reference image of a character. You can use reference images of clothing and locations, and you can create really awesome fashion videos as well. Let's have a look at this one. Again, we've got the location in here, our character, which remains consistent and looks incredible, honestly, and we've got all of the clothing as well. You can, again, check out all of the prompts down here. You could even take screenshots of those and upload them. And look at this. I mean, this is just incredible. You can take original videos and you can change elements about them, which is just kind of mind-blowing. Now, if we hyper-analyze and focus on this here, you'll notice that literally, like, the detailing in the clouds, it all remains consistent in terms of the shaping in the background, the pillars around here. Everything is consistent. Like, the height of this pillar to this one is the exact same. It's really just regenerating the targeted areas. So this is very, very powerful. And don't forget, this is 1080p as well. So we can regenerate things, you know, video content removal, right? You can remove people from scenes. So let's say you wanted to go and film a commercial in London, or you were going to film like a zombie apocalypse kind of scene. You could go into central London, go to some of the busiest locations, and you can record yourself acting out a specific scene, and you can remove people from the background so it looks like you're the only person in the city. You can also change the lighting. You can make the buildings look like they're on fire and they're burning. You can do all of this VFX compositing now with this new AI video model. It's very, very impressive. Now, something that I do have to mention as well is the artistic integrity of Kling has been improving significantly recently. When I say artistic integrity, what I mean is the coloring. So if you'll notice the coloring in this video here, what a lot of AI video models will do is you'll upload your first frame inside of a video model, let's say Google VO, for example, and you'll notice that the coloring and the contrast changes immediately when it starts actually generating the video. And what's important for us digital artists is that when we create that first frame, we want to make sure that we stick to that original lighting structure and also the color tone that we have in our image. Kling does a really, really good job of sticking and adhering to that artistic integrity in that first frame. And it also sticks to it with the video editing too. It doesn't shift or change the colors. It does a really nice job of keeping a lot of the original coloring from your original scene too. So that's a real big bonus. Now here you can see some visual representations of image and element references. So here you can see we've got an image of this cat and an image of the product kind of coming in here and the cat interacting with it. Very, very impressive. We've even got an image of this character here and an anime character. So we've got like these kind of mixed, I like the mixed styles. I think it's very cool, blending hybrid styles of real life and anime together. It's unique, right? It's something that not many people have done before. It's unexplored territory in a way that I think we can capitalize on this as AI creatives because it's easy for us to do now. We can really capitalize on this to create content that not many people have seen. So here's another example where we've got a couple of reference images in here. You can combine all of these together, production, scene, and decoration. And you can create images with the product in here, and you can generate videos that are either 5 or 10 seconds long as well. You can upload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reference images in here. You can see that it's combined all of that together for animation purposes. You can upload reference images of certain characters, and it will lock in that style for your video. You can see traveling between cities 3D style. It hasn't really taken a huge amount of detailed prompting, and it's absolutely nailed it. Here's another example of all of these different elements kind of being blended in together here. Multiple characters, scenes, props, and effects all being blended together. This character here, the clothing, the item that he's holding, the background, the flame effect that we've got coming out of the, the weapon that he's holding, the owl that sat on his shoulder, and the character walking in the background. Perfectly consistent across the video. Genuinely mind-blowing. So here is another one where we've got video transformation, where you are adding in elements into the scene. So you can add in obviously different people, different creative elements into your scene. I mean, this is truly like mind-blowing, right? I mean, this is beautiful, first of all. It's just stunning. It's very, very impressive. So let's look at video removal, because this is very, very interesting too. Think of like the creative application that you could use this for. I did examples of this myself where I had my microphone in front of me here, like recording, and I didn't like it. And I actually removed it again in 1080p, so it showed my entire chest here with the microphone kind of hidden away. And it even got like the shadows that should have gone there. As you can see, I have a light here that's, you know, casting shadow on my chest, and it put the correct lighting onto the videos as well, which is really, really impressive. Now, let's talk about camera angles and composition here, because you can use this to create multiple camera angles of your scene as well. So if you see this here, you can see that there is, you know, it's very interesting. Like this is the original. This is the output. I think it's very, very interesting to generate multiple angles of certain scenes. Now let's have a look at some of my examples, because I don't ever like to necessarily fully trust the examples that we've got. It's important for me to go in and do some of my own. So let's have a look by just heading over to Kling. Now here again, this is where you'd have your normal Kling interface, but head over to Kling O1 and you'll be able to see some of your video generations in here. But if I scroll down here on the side, it's got all of my different generations that you can see that I've gone through and generated. We are also going to cover in small detail the new AI image model that comes with this from Kling 2, because it is a Nano-Banana competitor. But you can see here, I wasn't kidding when I said that I generated 20,000 credits worth of videos with this brand new AI video model. I'm going to teach you everything I've learned, and it starts from right here. Now, I've actually put some things together in preparation to kind of show you what's possible. So I generated a video of this car traveling at high speed with Kling here. So if I find the original video, it's right here. So here is our original video in Kling. You can see the prompt that I used up here, so feel free to recreate it if you would like. And it generated a nice high speed with motion blur driving scene. Now, I brought that into Premiere Pro just so I could visually show you the differences in here. So bear in mind, all 1080p output resolutions. You can see here that it can adjust the lighting in your scene, right? Which is truly mind-blowing. Now, if I just mute this generation here, so let's unlink this and just bring this back. You can see here, it does such an incredible job of adjusting lighting, right? If we zoom right in, and when you just take a look at the transition here, right, everything remains intact. It just changes all of the important parts of the video, right? It is so mind-blowingly impressive. Take a look at this, right? The trees remain in the same shape. I asked it to adjust it to change the background in here. So change the scene to be a futuristic lit city at night, but keep the car and the layout the same. And you can see here, it regenerated that scene for us, and it's just super impressive. I mean, even look at when the brake lights come onto the car, right? And then we compare it to this one here. Brake lights come on at the same moment. It's so impressive. It's so impressive. So you can use this to create, you know, interesting, first of all, like kind of almost like match cut effects where you can change the environment and the lighting in the videos. Looks very, very cool. Definitely eye-catching. Now here is me testing out the green screens, okay? Now what I find very interesting about this is this image was actually generated with Google Nano-Banana Pro, which is with a reference image of my face. Put myself in a green screen environment holding this weapon here. And you can see it's got me kind of scouting the perimeter, you know, looking very serious like a SWAT team in here. Now what's interesting about this is, let me show you this. So as this is playing, I can fade this in here, and you can see that I've been able to style transfer on top of this video. So if I just blast this up, you can see I'm now a member of a SWAT team scouting the perimeter. Now, obviously, we still have got the green screen column in here. We could probably do a better job with prompting to get a better result, but you can see that it's done a pretty impressive job of style transferring, right? So if I was to blast this up and play this across, you can see that we've now style transferred the video motion. So if I wanted to style transfer onto this scene here, it's now very much possible with this new AI video model from Kling. So this video, which went from this, now goes to something like this. Right? Insanely impressive. Right, so you can literally composite yourself into any setting. Now, what's interesting about this, you can see here, I've got a kind of visual example here of two videos playing at the exact same time. However, the only difference between these is that I have just transferred, right? So here is the original, and here is the final output. Now, interestingly about this, look at the lighting on the face, right? As the fire burns, check out the reflection that we get on the trousers down here, on the jacket as well, and on the face. As the fire blares, we get that nice streak of light coming onto the face. So it is super, super impressive. Now, this would take a lot of time with 3D tools in the past, but we can do this really nicely now with new AI video models like this one. Sure, we still need to replace this like green screen matte at the bottom here, but this was just a quick generation, right? You can get a better result by just doing a bit of trial and error on the platform. And you can see what I thought was pretty interesting is you can use this to create pretty interesting VFX, right? In terms of if you had a video that you were making and you had it split, 50-50, half screen down the middle, you can create like a left-hand side like video where everything's all nice and dandy, a right-hand side where like left side could be heaven, right side could be hell, and you could generate like a whole advert where you're generating all of your videos, but then you could have like it split down the middle where it's chaos on one side and glorious on the other. This opens the door to some interesting possibilities. And so we took this one step further. We actually ended up making this video for socials here, where we took this video of me, again, a Nano-Banana Pro image that I created of myself on a green screen background, and I brought it to life in Kling using Kling 2.5 Turbo, and I just took the image of me, turned it into a video, and then okay, now this is all very easy, as you can see, a Nano-Banana image with a Kling 2.5 green screen video. Now with Kling O1, you can go directly to the platform, you can go to transformation, you can upload that video that you've generated into the platform, you can upload the reference image that you want to change the style to, and you can say, change the style in the style of the new image that you've created. Now, once you've done that, you'll have all of these different videos from Kling here, you can see, in all of these different lighting styles. And you can actually go to a tool like Adobe After Effects and create all of these custom shapes in a style like this. And you can separate them all out, bring it to Adobe After Effects, stagger out your shape layers, and then you can use track mats to actually track onto those shape layers. And then you'll get an effect like this, and you can take it one step further as well and create some incredible VFX results, right? I mean, just look at this. It is just mind-blowing, right? So the possibility with this is really, really exciting. So let's go back to the platform here and take a look at some different examples that I did. So you can see here, I've got a video of me kind of talking, and I actually ended up putting a green screen in the background here, which is pretty cool if I wanted to luma key myself out, and I can also replace my clothing as well. So I can, and if we actually take a look at the prompt that I used for this, you can click on the edit button up here, and it will reload all of my prompt into the prompt bar here. So you can see for the video, this was my reference video that I uploaded into Kling. This was my reference image, which was the actually the background that I wanted, but it didn't put it in. And this was the outfit that I had chosen. So you can see here, I've got the nice kind of plaid shirt here. And then I've got this leather jacket and all the leather boots, but it can't see that. But it has replaced the leather jacket and the shirt for me with the hat as well, which I think is super cool. Now this is me taking those videos and kind of turning them into different VFX, which I generated with Google Nano-Banana Pro. You can see I came up with a load of those. Some of the results didn't end up turning out right, and for good reason. So you can see, let's learn why this video didn't end up performing correctly. So if we take a look at this here in the edit section, here is my prompt. So keep the same camera framing, the same lighting direction, and same head angle and expression. Replace his clothing with a realistic SWAT operator uniform, X, Y, and Z, and you can see the reference video that I have in here. Now, to get me to actually show up in this video, we did have to adjust the prompt slightly. So you'll see in here, in order to get the right result, we actually had to upload a reference image of me in the new environment. So we had to take a still frame from this video, which was like the starting frame, and we had to use either Google Nano-Banana Pro, or you could use Kling's new AI image model as well. But I used Google Nano-Banana Pro to actually adjust the background and the lighting to get the exact lighting style that I wanted. Then you upload that image in here, and you can say, use like this image, and you can actually tag it as a reference. So in your prompt, if you write just the like @ symbol in here, right, @ it will then bring up a couple of tags. So you can say, okay, this will basically allow your prompt to know that you're referencing either the video or you're referencing the image. And if you've uploaded multiple images in there, you can actually tag and specifically focus on specific images. So for example, in that example earlier where we had like the owl on someone's shoulder, you can tag the specific owl and image and be like, have this owl sat on the and then you reference the character's shoulder. So that way you can get more specific results with your prompting, which is really helpful. So that was a huge unlock for us. And you can see here, I actually have some videos of me. And if I bring up the reference in here, here is my original video, which is square on, as you are looking at me right now. And you are able to then generate different angles. So this is me generating a 3/4 camera angle of this scene, which is freaky because it regenerated my sister's bedroom in here with extreme accuracy. Same here too. We've now changed the video by adjusting the camera angle to be a side profile, and it did regenerate this to be a side profile. It even got the microphone in here at a side profile angle too. So you can see here is at a 3/4 of the microphone, and here is the front of the microphone, and it's actually generated an incredible job of the side profile of this, and even getting all of the knobs kind of perfectly on here too, which is very impressive. Now in this one, you can see we just said change the camera angle of this video, and it didn't actually do anything to the final output. So you do need to be specific when you mention the specific camera angle that you want to change it to. Now, interestingly, this was some of the visual examples of where we add in a slight camera blur in here, and then here is our style transferred version. Now, to kind of cover the prompt that we use for this, you can see in here, we have the reference video that we've created with a green screen background. And we also have the clothing that we want our character to wear. Now, you can generate an image of the clothing, in any way that you like. You could find a reference image of a character who's wearing specific clothing that you want. You could upload that reference image into Kling's new AI image model and say, generate me a white background, but generate these clothing on the white background all separated out like this. And then you can use this image now that we've created as a reference image with our video, and we can then generate an image of the background and location, and you can now composite yourself wearing all of those objects in terms of the clothing in the scene. So you'll see here with the shirt is the same, the jacket is the same, it's even got the button here, we've got the hat on. We've got the green kind of khaki trousers on, we've got the boots, and I'm even wearing the fingerless gloves, which are very small details in here, and it's picked it up flawlessly. So you can see here in our prompt, we've got change the background to in the uploaded video, which is, and then tagged video 1, to be the uploaded forest at night time, which is image 2, which is this one right here. So now we've got the background changed. We can say change the character's outfit uploaded in video 1, so this outfit here, to be the camping outfit in image 1, which is this one here, while keeping his face, hat, pose, and body proportions exactly the same. Keep the fire and log exactly as they appear in the original video. Maintain all motion from the original video. Lighting should match the moonlit blue tone of the forest background. So you can see here, without even providing a reference image of my face, it still did a very good job of getting my hair coming out the bottom of my hat, my beard, my facial shape, and generally keeping an overall consistency of my face. So really, really impressive here. Now here's another example where generated a couple of different camera motions in here of me, and I wanted to test out how it handled these camera motions with a new background. Now, I also wanted to test if I had like a shallow depth of field in there, how would it handle blurring out the background as well? And it actually did a phenomenal job. So here is our original reference video. So you'll see here on a white background, I added in a, you can see in my prompt, the unsteady, shaky, documentary style handheld camera walks forward quickly to focus on the man's hand as he raises the gun to his eye and takes aim. Camera angles focuses shallow depth of field on the man's hands. So we got that nice camera kind of blur effect with the nice shallow depth of field with the focus there. And then with that video as a reference, uploading it into O1 here, you can see my prompt, change the background in the uploaded video here to be a zombie apocalypse nighttime scene in image 1. Change the lighting on the character to match the dark lit environment. Now, it did a pretty good job. It even blurred out the background at the right time to match the scene. Now, I'm going to show you another use case that I have found for this, which makes me very, very excited. And it's this one right here. So here is me talking at a 3/4 profile in my sister's bedroom here. And I wanted to change the lighting and environment to make it feel like a documentary style, Netflix style video. So let's take a watch here. Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Okay, so you can see we have varying results. Now, in terms of lighting and style transfer here, try to go for that dual lighting tone on my face just to see how it would handle it. We've got the blue light kind of lighting up one side, and we've got this orange light kind of lighting up this side over here. It did an incredible job with background replacement and different lighting style. You know, it's very impressive. The thing that's kind of letting it down ever so slightly is lip sync. I would say that the lip sync is not like spot on in comparison to the same video. Let's watch here. Is this really happening right now? Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Am I in one? It did an okay job in some areas where if you were only to use a little bit of it, you would be like, oh yeah, that is right. Okay, in terms of mining out the best parts of the video, I would say like the ending of this video did a really good job. This video did a much better job. My guess is because the lip syncing is slightly like, it's a brighter environment in here. So it's easier for the AI to kind of understand the lip syncing in this video. It performed the best on this output here. Am I in one of those Netflix documentaries? Is this really happening right now? Right, especially at the end, this ending here. Really happening right now? That was really solid. So there's definitely like usable parts to this. But I thought it was quite interesting. This one kind of looks a little bit more like a green screen. I think it's because the microphone that I've got in here and just the general setup that I have, I don't think is particularly great. Could have done a better job there. And if you like extended this background here to like fill out the whole thing, it could look like a really cool Netflix documentary. So interesting there. You could definitely use that in some interesting use case. I think there's a lot of potential there. So let's dive into that. You can see my outputs in here. Some of them varied in results. And I tried like quite a few examples. You can see that it does vary between the different outputs. This one here doesn't have the microphone in it, which is kind of nice, actually. I did try this lighting style too, with like kind of dramatic window to see how it would handle the shadows on my face and on the hat. And it does a pretty good job overall. My face does change ever so slightly, which is fine. And you can see here, I tested out a couple of different environments, totally changed my face in this one. But you can see I did try a couple of different images to see like how it would handle different backgrounds, even like, very different like profiles. And the profile, like, it's interesting to see this from like a different angle. This looks less like a green screen. It's just that the lip sync is totally off in this one. You can see here, this is like another like really cool example where you can replace the background to kind of be whatever you want. I think this is the original video here. And then you can replace the background. So here it's as simple as saying, replace the background lighting and color in video 1 to be in image 2. So that's pretty cool. Now, a lot of this is kind of just the same. It's a lot of replacing backgrounds. Now, this is probably one of my favorite generations of the bunch because look at the light as it moves across the scene. It lights up the different areas, including, the bricks on the side here and my face. It's just done an incredible job. Now, I did trial a couple of different generations in here with Quidditch. So let's say I wanted to use this one in here. You'll notice I did a couple of different examples. I actually generated one, like a quick 1v1 against Harry Potter in here, which is pretty cool. We're able to generate kind of something like this, which is super cool. But obviously we don't want the wires to be in there, so that is something that we would have to try and fix. I'm sure we could download this video and upload it and say remove the wires in this scene as well, and it would do a pretty good job of that. So here's another, again, some different examples of those outputs. And here was an interesting one where using a reference image of me, we've got this camera motion in here, and it actually added in like the ball of VFX and like the lighting ball as well into my hand, which is super cool. So you can reenact certain scenes as well, and it will actually do like an incredible job. In the same way, and here tried testing out lightsabers. I think the motion was slightly too quick for it, so it didn't necessarily pick it up particularly well. But here we've got like the Quidditch arena down there and Hogwarts in the background, and it did a pretty good job. Here is another example, different lighting. Very interesting because you'll see here the lighting on my face is really solid, but then it changes. And this is something that you'll notice in the video model too. You'll notice how like the lighting does change to kind of match the original reference video. Sometimes you get really good outputs. Sometimes it will change, which is a shame. Hopefully that gets like fixed and improved over time. But here is like an example of me in this kind of night scene while it's raining as well, and Harry's hair is all wet too, which looks super realistic. And here's a really cool example as well, where you're able to add like a light onto the bottom of the weapon here, which looks really cool. And I then generated this kind of behind the scenes style video here, which I loved, and was able to regenerate this in kind of any environment that I wanted. So I put myself in Jordan here, in Petra, one of the wonders of the world, and was able to just change this background and lighting, put me in the Breaking Bad trailer here before filming on set, which is very cool, and in like Peaky Blinders outfit as well, able to change my appearance here as well, which is super, super cool. Now, in regards to the image model here, you can see that I upload a reference image of my face, and you can create images of you in different scenes here. So I've got myself as a Jedi, which is pretty cool. The reference image provided definitely is like me with like a bigger beard in here. And we were able to upload the reference image of me in front of a green screen, and we could replace that and adjust the lighting as well. And you can do that kind of to your heart's content. You can generate very cool images in here, and you can see that you pretty much replaced me to be the main character in some of these scenes here. So here are some of the images, and then you can actually replace yourself as well inside of these. So here is me looking very Game of Thrones in there. So super, super cool. So yeah, they have the image model capability as well, which you can find under AI image generator in here. And you can write in prompts inside of this area here. And they've also added in the restyle feature where you can upload a reference image in here and restyle it as well. And they have a bunch of different like restyling different styles that you can kind of scroll through in here to create different image styles off the bat. In terms of Lego, you can create kind of more anime style, Japanese anime style, 3D styles, cartoon styles. It's pretty impressive. So that is there for you to explore as well. For me, the Kling video model was definitely by far the most interesting feature inside of this new tool. So this would be my exact workflow if you wanted to try this for yourself. So to get started, I would add in a frame in here and I would animate it. So I've got an image of me here stood on a green screen background. I can add that image in here. Now I can go ahead and say the camera zooms into the man's face. Let's verbally prompt this. And the man smiles at the camera and puts his hand on his cap and tips it as a token of appreciation towards the camera. The camera rotates on a 90-degree axis as it zooms into the man's face. And then we can hit generate. Now I'm just generating a 5-second long video clip in here, and I'm using Kling 2.5 Turbo, which is their latest AI video model, and we'll see in here as this starts to load. It's very quick, it takes 1 minute, and it's already started. Also, they've got a new loading animation in here, which I think is very, very nice with the new like kind of pulsing pixels. Huge fan of that. Great update from Kling there. And just to mention as well, for this AI image of you on a green screen, you can use any AI image generator you like. You could use Kling's own one by uploading a reference image of your face, or you can use something like Nano-Banana Pro. Okay, fantastic. So our video has now generated. We've got the camera angle kind of moving in here. It's given me not the most ideal hairline, and it's given me very yellow teeth, but we will take it as it is. So let's say we wanted to use this video and we now want to replace the background to be something totally different. Well, we can download that video and we can now go into Kling O1. Now under the image and video section here, you can go click on that and you can go to either video upload with your downloaded video that you've just made, or you can go video select from history. And we can upload this video directly from here. Now we need to upload a new background that we want to replace. So we could either generate a new background and upload an image of a new background. But what I like to do to get the best results is I like to take the first frame that we use to generate this video and actually replace that background. So you can use Google Nano-Banana Pro for that, or you can use Kling's AI image model for that. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. So here is the new image that we've got, which was now I've changed the lighting and, you know, I've added kind of me inside a coal mine here, and I've adjusted the lighting. So with that, I can now upload this image, and we can go upload image here, and we can upload that directly into the platform. So we can now say inside of our prompts, you can see we've got both of these tags. Now we could go to the very start of our prompt here, and we can say replace the background in @video1. So make sure that we're referencing this video right here. And I can now say with the dark torch lit environment from @image1. Then let's just prompt that. Let's just keep it plain and simple. And let's see what happens. You'll notice as well with each of these video generations, the wait time is around 3 minutes long. Now, when I first started using this video model, all of these generations took 30 minutes to 10 minutes, anywhere in between that, usually averaging around 15 minutes. So for the release for you guys, they've managed to get this down to 4 minutes. So please be grateful that it's that quick. It's already at 3 minutes, but I had to wait half an hour for every single video generation when I burned through 20,000 credits. So trust me, I use this a lot over the course of the last 10 days. But yeah, it's now much, much quicker, and it's now at 4 minutes. You can also allow notifications, so you can go elsewhere and be notified once your video is completed as well, and that's super helpful for you as well. And there you have it. It has automatically adjusted the video for us. You can even see some of the lighting kind of glare coming off the top of the hat here, which is pretty cool. Now you will notice if we look at this like very first frame, I have like a lot of shadow and that disappears. The lighting has kind of been changed, but overall it's done a pretty good job. Now, lastly, I just wanted to show you this as an example before I let you go. This is my original video over here. You can see I have this massive microphone in the way, and with this, I was able to remove it, and you can see the shadows on here. It's just phenomenal. It's done an incredible job of removing that from our video flawlessly. It's really, really impressive. So adding elements, removing elements, changing elements, changing lighting, camera angles, all of this is now possible. 10-second long outputs as well. All you need is to just, you can go into the bottom of your prompt bar down here. You can adjust this to be like 4 outputs instead of 1 output, and you can adjust it to be as specific as 7 seconds all the way to 10 seconds. So that's really nice as well. You don't have to like waste credits. You can select the specific amount of time for the generation as well. So that's really, really cool. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget there's a link to Kling down below. And if you're interested in learning more about creative AI, then you should check out the second link underneath that, which is GenHQ, which is our creative AI education platform. We're nearly at 1,000 monthly subscribers on GenHQ, which is a community of AI creatives who are all looking to stay ahead. In there, we have creative AI modules where we release all of the best creative AI education, all under one roof. We bring in industry experts who will also deliver the highest level of creative AI education, so you can create AI ads and AI short films to the highest standard. We also help you find your first paying AI client, and we give you all of the necessary one-to-one mentoring to make sure that you learn everything that you need. So if you're interested in joining GenHQ, click the second link in the description.